Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Structure decks CHIMERATECH Cyber and Harpy Lady Sisters were released March 8th, 2025, and include new support for both the Cyber Dragon and Harpy Lady archetypes. Cyber Dragon focuses on having more ways to get Cyber Dragon names on the field, as well as their new fusion spell, Cyber Rush Fusion, which allows you to combine monsters from the field and graveyard. Since I have all of the Cyber Dragon and Machine cards, I will receive CHIMERATECH OVERDRAGON and Cyber Dragon Raquette. The Harpy Lady cards focus on contact fusion, giving them a variety of new low-level fusion monsters to take advantage of. Alex will receive Harpy Lady 2 and 3, and Harpy Lady Sisters Triangle Beauty. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is CHIMERATECH OVERDRAGON. So basically this is 3 of the structure deck. That's kind of our gimmick for this week. And we've decided to go all in on Cyber Rush Fusion. The logic is, if we just have 3 copies of Fusion and 3 copies of Cyber Rush, sure, we'll be able to fuse a lot. But I feel like there'll be a lot of bloat. A lot of the time we'll have lots of copies of Cyber Rush or Fusion and not enough of everything else. So we're kind of going all in on this. We just want to turn off our opponent's back row, activate Cyber Rush Fusion, go into our bosses, ideally probably a CHIMERATECH, and then just OTK Alex. That is the logic behind this deck. I think the other way to build it is to go all in on the Raquettes, the Nashtas, and play the Fusion, and basically just turbo out fusions as much as physically possible. But I want to try out this build because I do think Cyber Rush Fusion should be the focal point of this list. But let's fire into the game and see what Alex has got for us. So last week we had the first in our Cyber Dragon versus Harpy Lady matchups because we did have the release of the brand new structure decks, and we will be continuing that today. Last week we had a singular copy of the structure deck, so we just basically had to use it exactly as it was. For today's episode, we have 3 of each card from the structure deck, so we have a little bit more control over our builds. So I don't know about you, but when I went to build my deck, I felt like there was like 2 different directions I could take it. And I settled on one, right? Because I could have tried to mash the 2 together, but I felt like trying to go one direction and sticking with it would probably work out better, but I generally don't know if that was the correct decision. I don't know what your deck building felt like. Did you feel like it was just kind of these cards just all work together, or like there were like 2 different routes you could go? Because obviously you have fusions and maximums, so I don't know if there was like a, oh, this is like the maximum deck build and this is the fusion deck build or something.
No, I think the deck's wanting to fusion summon now more than it wants to maximum summon.
But it still just has the maximums because why not, I guess? Like they're still decent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did end up taking last week, but barely. And we also did both make a lot of misplays last week. So let's hope that after playing for a week with these decks, or at least one little setting, we can hopefully make fewer misplays. Fingers crossed. But let's fire on him, and we'll just see what we can do here. Let's take this. Ooh. Hey. Right, we'll go first. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cyber Dragon, doesn't do well going first typically. Right, we will set 1, 2, and 3, and then I don't want to like screw myself, so I think I'm going to tribute set and then pass.
Okay.
I think only drawing 3 cards could put me in a bit of a sticky situation. Hey, I didn't open any spell traps. You're not allowed to open spell traps.
Don't know what you mean. Okay. Go 1.
Okay, I've got the Regina.
2.
Carla. So neither of these do anything, so we're just going to immediately contact. Okay. So you can change the battle position of all my guys.
Oh.
It was Proto Cyber Dragon all along.
And then...
Ooh. Oh, fuck you. I was like, oh, that's a cool play. And then I went, oh, the monster I put on the field because I wanted to draw extra cards is going back in my hand. So now I haven't drawn any extra cards. Okay. Well, that's useless. So we will start by flipping up Voltricorn. We'll activate Voltricorn effect. And we will turn off this. Then we're going to activate Iron Onslaught, or Barrage of Steel even is its new name. We'll pop this. Ooh. See, Full Dress in the Graveyard's kind of good for you because you can have plus off that. It's not really doing anything for me. We will go ahead and special summon Cyber Processor. Then I'm going to summon out my Kotal. Kotal's effect is irrelevant because we have other monsters on our field. So I will tribute 2 and summon out Mirror Innovator.
Ooh.
Then we can summon out Zwei. So unfortunately we're not really doing Cyber Dragon stuff today, it looks like. But we are going to be getting big, I guess. Put all these 3 back. Boost our attack up. Go to battle. We can attack over the Riser. And then we can get in for a further 3,000 damage, which at the very least is more than half of your life. So we should be in an okay spot, but having no spell traps, I don't feel particularly confident from this position. Okay. Got the Harpy Lady 1. And Harpy Lady 2. Alright, mate, calm down. Oh, wait, do these 2 go together specifically? Oh, no, it's 2 and 3, right? Not 1 and 2?
No, it's 2 and any? Yeah, 2 and any.
So
you need level 4 or lower.
So you could make it now if you want to. You don't have to, obviously.
First.
Petmaster comes down. And then becomes Harpy Lady. 3 Harpy Lady and or sisters face up. You can destroy 1 monster in your opponent's field, so you get rid of my biggest guy. But now you have a decision to make, I guess. Whether you want to make the big one or the middle big one. The slightly smaller one.
Oh, because her name's now Harpy Lady, not Harpy Lady 2.
Oh, that's awkward.
No, this is fine.
I assume, though, it limits your options at the very least. That's also not Harpy Lady 2. I mean, this does out my whole board. So, like, even if you do nothing else, this is still fine. Okay, so we're going to do a double boost, I would assume.
Where's there in the fusion pack? Kara and one of the 2's back.
Okay, we're taking a big chunk. The back row is actually still just the scariest thing. If that back row is anything, it will absolutely interfere with anything I try and do. If the back row is nothing, like, there's a lot of hands I could draw that just kill you. So we're kind of hoping we draw a card that deals with the back row. All things considered, this hand could be worse. So let's start with the Mighty Cyber Griffin. Then I'm just going to special this out in... It's got to be defense, right? There's no way it's doing anything this turn. Processor in defense mode. Now we can activate Griffin's effect. Send a card from my hand to the graveyard. Choose a face-up, level 5 or higher machine monster on my field. It cannot be destroyed by traps. But also, if that monster is light, I can draw a card. So I can use this basically as a craft the drone. So I will be sending this to the graveyard, giving this the protection and drawing a card. Then I will go ahead and activate Cyber Variation, which will let me get rid of this to draw 2. There's some cool stuff we can do, but again, it all comes down to that back row. How all in? How are we feeling we could go here? Right, we'll do the fun play, because otherwise it's just like going defensive, and that's really boring. So we're going to set this. We'll activate the effective processor. We'll send this. I can special summon a Cyber Dragon. That's kind of cool. I think we're just doing the one cool thing. I don't think we're going to do anything else. So we'll go ahead and activate Cyber Rush. And we will try and make a CHIMERATECH OVERDRAGON. And we'll see how well this goes. I have a feeling this is not going to end the way I want it to. But you never know. We might get lucky. And then we'll put this back. Out it comes. Alright, so far so good. This has already gone a little bit better than I was expecting it to. We'll go to battle. We will declare an attack. Ooh, ooh.
Oof.
Okay, so this will let you tuck my guy. Okay.
Place on block. That doesn't matter. Going in there.
I mean, that could have been worse. I don't think I could have had that be any better based on what you had. I think we just pass on this. The issue is, as is, you can kind of just threaten lethal. Do you have the right cards in your graveyard? Yeah, you do. Okay. Why do they both have to be wind beasts?
This?
Yep.
This?
But we have to try.
Oh.
This is the only chance I've got. If you can just make any more guys, I am just dead. Oh, 3 back row though. Alright, the one saving grace of you having 3 back row is Icarus attack needs you to have a monster. So maybe we can do something here. So we'll go Kotal, activate Kotal, because it's the only monster on my field. So we need to find a 5. We did not find a 5. I would also like those cards in my hand, but they're not going to be in my hand. Then I will go ahead and activate Iron Onslaught, and we will just pop something. Again, really needed to see a trap there, but you never know, you might just have nothing. So I'll special summon Processor. I'll tribute to normal summon out CyberDragon. Okay, which one's this one? Go for 2 Harpy Lady, and Harpy Lady Sisters move go into the deck. Destroy that summon monster, then the shuffle the monster into the deck to meet the requirement. You can change the battle position of 1 monster. Okay. Well, spoiler alert, this hand ain't doing much else, so we're going to get a battle, and we're just going to kind of hope.
Yeah.
Alright. As soon as I hit the Elegant Egotist, I was like, that's it, we fluffed it. We almost did, but we did manage to get there in the end. Let's see what happens again.
I think I'll go first.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I don't.
Could you summon 3 monsters in attack so that if I can CHIMERATECH you, I can kill you in the first turn? Come on, more attack mode.
Ooh.
Yeah. So if I made a full power CHIMERATECH, it would only be... I suppose if I had Power Bond... Right, what would my hand have to be, right? I would have to have Power Bond and then just 4 dragons, including a Cyber Dragon. Or 4 machines. Then it would be a... It would be 32 times 2, so it'd be 64. So that would theoretically be lethal. I would need the actual custom hand from hell, though, to do that. So for now, we will just summon out Cyber Dragon. Then I'm going to normal summon Cyber Serpent. So if I have another face-up light attribute machine type monster on my field, I can send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. Then if I send 2 or more light attribute machine type monsters to the graveyard, I get to draw 1 card. So we need to really hope here that we don't just absolutely whiff. And Jinzo absolutely cucking me right there. Really did not want me to get that draw. So instead, the question is, do I keep making the funny plays? Because the funny plays are funny. I'm not sure they're exactly the best play for the situation, but they are funny. So, I'm just going to slam down my Cyber Rush Fusion. And I'm just going to make this guy. Then I'm going to special summon Processor. And I'm going to normal summon Zwei. Then we're going to go straight to battle. We will attack over your Harpy Ladies. We'll attack over your Harpy Ladies. And then we can get in for 3,000 damage before passing the turn. So again, I can't... I don't know if this was the correct play, because I've now, like, used Cyber Rush. We have no spell traps once again. I did clear your board and get a decent chunk of damage in.
Yeah, you did. Let's try. Senora.
Okay, so send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then Harpy Lady Sisters among the cards sent, you draw a card. So yours is a lot easier to get off than my Serpent.
Senora.
Harpy Lady Sisters, so you get another draw, and you put the trap you want in the graveyard.
Regina.
Okay, so we don't have normal at the moment, right? Yeah. So all you can do is discard draw. So Harpy Lady Sisters L cannot be destroyed by traps. We're just immediately getting rid of all of them. You know I can't compulse you this time.
Wrangle Beauty.
Gina. Oh.
Razor.
Stop it.
Ecstasy Spark.
So this specifically gives a 600 boost. That's all it's doing. Okay. So we're getting in for a big chunk of damage. This is what, 4,000 damage? I don't think I'm breaking this board though without fusion, to be honest. That's a really funny draw. I don't think it's a very good draw. This hand, like, is so... I am one card off of killing you from 44, which is so funny.
Oh.
But I can't. There is no physical way for me to get to that board state.
Okay.
So I cannot do that. I mean, that's just Cyber Dragon in a nutshell, isn't it? Right? I could just summon giant guys because lol reasons.
Yeah.
Well, we have Griffin, so we'll summon out Griffin. And we have Griffin, so we'll summon out Griffin. And I would really like to use Griffin's effect right now to draw, but I can't because I need to use it on level 5. So I can tribute both Griffins to summon out everyone's favorite Mirror Innovator. Now, we can put cards back into our deck. That's fine. The issue is the last cards in my hand are not super useful. So I think the play here is to set, activate Innovator, and then we'll put back a 6, a 5, and a 4. Will make me big enough to be able to attack over this guy, because I think he is the problem child. And then we'll get back to you. We take the life lead once again. Is it time? Are we going to see her come out?
What did I do?
Okay. Oh. She's here! Showing off far too much skin. Okay, so this is continuous effect. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady. When you normal or special summon a monster face up, your opponent cannot activate trap. That is actually a really boring effect, considering this is a level 8.
Yeah.
It's not a bad effect. I mean, it turns off Compulse, right? Or at least, like, the main time I'd use Compulse.
Let's go ahead and Egotist.
Okay, because its name is Harpy Lady.
Let's go with the middle piece.
Okay.
Trial Spark.
So your plan is to turn off my traps when you summon. Turn off my traps when you attack.
We will
just turn off my traps. Look at what you have to do to just imitate a fraction of Jinzo's power. Well, that's gone. 600. So we are barely alive.
200 try.
Here we go. Here's the comeback. Right. Here we go. Here we go. So I will summon Cyber Serpent. I will then special summon the Mighty Processor. We'll activate Serpent's effect and we'll get an extra draw. Then I can activate Cyber Processor. We'll send this to the graveyard. And you know what? Come on back, Cyber Dragon. Why not? Welcome. Behold my power. Power Bond.
Ooh, yeah, I'll do it.
Right. But I do want to show you the funny, the really silly funny play that I have. Oh no, I can't do this. I can't do the really silly funny play. So I have my last card is my last card is Cyber Rush Fusion. But if I activate Cyber Rush Fusion first, it pops my Power Bond, and if I activate it second, it pops the CHIMERATECH OVERDRAGON. So like the really silly play would have been have 2 CHIMERATECH OVERDRAGONs in play, but I could not see a line to get me to that. But yeah, you know, Power Bond stealing games. It's just another day in the life of Cyber Dragon. Did you want to get a game 3 going, or are you content with this?
No, I'll do another one.
Okay, let's hop into a game 3.
We'll go first again.
Okie dokie.
We will get...
Okay, let's go for Kotal. Activate the Kotal. See what we find. 1, 2, 3. No level 5s. Then we will tribute over the Kotal to get that Cyber Dragon. We'll summon out a Proto Cyber Dragon. We'll summon out a Cyber Dragon Zwei. We'll set a back row, go to battle. Now your tribute should have 0 defense, so we will put this to the test. Ooh, got something.
Yeah, why not?
This trap is so good, but I feel like it doesn't come up very much, which is very weird.
Yeah.
So I'll swing with this and that'll pass. It reminds me of the Sky Savior trap, which is also just really, really good for like no reason.
Hmm.
We got the Senora. Oh, there goes Dark Hole. Harpy Lady 2. Harpy Lady 2 and 3. Wait, you're gonna make a second one? No, we're making this an actual Harpy Lady.
Because we have Pet Master.
Okay.
Yes. Right.
Pause of eye.
Battle. Wing.
Well, we can't do anything here, so we'll take all of this. And then we'll just draw the OTK off the top, baby. Let's go. Not quite what I was hoping for, but we will make it work. We will start with another Kotal, and one of these days, Kotal's effect will work. Behold. 1, 2, 3, no. And my legend goes to the bottom as well.
The bottom, like that.
We didn't need it. Power Bond's a crutch. Alright, now I am going to play with an abundance of caution. I'm going to tribute to summon out Jinzo. I don't like you having back row. The next part of the plan, though, is where things get a bit awkward, because as is, Jinzo doesn't actually deal with Harpy Lady 2 and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and summon out my Griffin. Activate Griffin's effect. Send this to the grave, and I'll give this protection. Oh, it's not light, so I don't get the draw. Ah, Jinzo, once again. Well, really, it's my own foolishness, but... Jinzo, why can't you just be light? Why can't you see the error of your ways? I'm just going to go battle here. We're just going to clear what we can and get a bit of damage in. It's not ideal, but it's probably fine. Yeah. I mean, the only other play I had was to summon out the Serpent and go for the mill into draw. And if that draw was bad, I then just have a 0 attack guy on the field, so... Ooh, Egotist. Okay, okay.
Yeah. One and Pet Master.
Right. So Pet Master's always on. If you pop Jinzo, you turn on my back row. Ooh. Is this enough to threaten lethal? So this is 400 plus 1, that's 5, plus 29, so 34.
Oh, wait.
So if you have Ecstasy Spark, you can guarantee lethal. Okay. Well, thankfully, I can now use this.
Oh.
Okay, so that means you get another pop. Right, now I have to redo the maths. So this will be 32 plus 1.
Go to battle.
We are living once again. But it's not looking great. We know Power Bond's on the bottom of the deck. Let's just draw well. Alright, let's go Boltricorn. We'll activate the effect. We'll turn this off. We'll go Cyber Serpent.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I appreciate the fact that you'll allow that. I'll take my draw. Then I will tribute both and summon out my Mirror Innovator.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to summon out my Cyber Griffin. Okay. I don't think there was a way for me to play around that. I could have set the Cyber Griffin. So, for full context, I have Cyber Rush Fusion in hand. But to activate it, you need a monster on the field. But I knew you had the Icarus because of the delay timing. But I had no way to force you to do it in a way where I needed you to use it on the Mirror Innovator summon. That's when I need you to do it. But because you didn't, I can't do anything. My hand is just Mirror Innovator and Cyber Rush, so I've got nothing. Yeah, that. What was your other back row, by the way, the one I turned off? So I think we just missed the 50-50.
Another elegant egotist.
Okay, yeah. So it was the 50-50 then. I mean, would it have mattered? I summon out the guy as a 4k attacker. He swings over both of them for 24-24. That's not even lethal. Yeah, I wouldn't have had anything else. It literally would have just been the 44 damage and nothing else. So I don't think I was ever winning this one. I mean, it goes to show, right, that when... It's a weird one. I think your deck feels scary because of its trap cards. And my deck feels scary because of the extra deck. I'm just like, I feel like my fusion monsters come out and they're like, I'm gonna just kill you if you can't stop me. And your deck sits there and goes, well, the bodies I make are good. I can like change your battle positions. I can get free pops on monsters. I can pop your back row. And I've got all these really good control elements in my traps. So like, it really feels like you're playing like a control deck and I'm playing an OTK aggro deck. And I think this game 3, like really, I think showcased that, where I had options to try and kill you, but you had the back row to stop me from killing you. So it's like, it's an interesting matchup. I actually think it makes the idea of having the Harpies and the Cyber Dragon actually a really good, like, contrasting pair to have as these structure decks.
Yeah. So
for me, I went down the route of I'm going all in on Cyber Rush Fusion. So there are some new cards we got, like Nashta and Raquette, and both of those basically change their name into Cyber Dragon. Their whole thing is we'll get Cyber Dragons back from the graveyard with more Cyber Dragon names, and the way that that works is it kind of facilitates using the Fusion spell card to just get Cyber Dragons onto the board, change all their name into Cyber Dragons, use them off into the various different fusions. But I went down the route of I'm just going to play Cyber Rush Fusion OTK effectively, right? I got as many ways as I have to turn off your back row. We've got the Cyber Rushes. We can then just turbo into the graveyard ideally, and then we could just go into CHIMERATECH and try and kill you. But if we can't go into CHIMERATECH, we can still go into the other fusions, and they'll work just as well. Overall, I think this deck ended up being okay. It was nothing like super insane, but like when CHIMERATECH lands, it turns out a 4k guy that can attack 3 times is actually kind of good.
Yeah.
As for your deck, again, we already spoke about the control aspects of the deck. I think Splendid Slash, really, really good. Icarus Attack, really, really good. I think the new Signora is also really, really good. You have like a lot of ways to plus with the deck. Harpy Lady Petmaster. Again, just another fantastic tool to pop stuff out of the way. It also kind of works with the rest of the deck because it's Harpy Lady while it's in the graveyard, and its name becomes Harpy Lady as well, so it also fits in with the whole rest of the theme. Just all around, just some really, really strong cards. I think, if anything, it's your level 5 fusions that feel like they're nice as like a toolbox, but they're not overall high impact, I feel. And I think that's like by design, right? They're kind of easy to get out. You just get out 2 level 4s, you contact them, so you don't even need to find like a fusion spell. So they shouldn't be like game-winning cards. And I think we've kind of seen that for the most part. But the deck definitely does have teeth, and I'm actually interested to see how these decks perform in like tournaments going forward, because I think they're both pretty cool, and it would be really cool to see them doing well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, thanks for the games, buddy. And GG.
Yeah, GG.